Hi, and welcome back to another playthrough of Tavern Brawl. This time we won't be going hello, 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 but instead we're doing the Clockwork card dealer. This one is just pretty much every turn you draw a card from your deck that's 1 mana, and the next turn you draw a card from your deck that's worth 2 mana, and 3 mana, and so on every turn over and over again. So we'll see how my deck goes. I'm playing a Warlock since I like his power, and I have a quest to win 2 games as a Warlock. So hopefully that will work out well as well. I am actually re-recording the audio right now for this session I did because I recorded it last time and the mute button was on the entire time. So while I re-recorded the game, it did not record any of my comments. As you can see, most of the time my first draw was a Voidwalker because Mortal Coil and Voidwalker were the only only 1 cards in my deck. So, as I said, like for instance, the next card will be a 2. We know it'll draw a 2 card from my deck. And I remember, yes, this one I got a lot of mechs for some reason on that first one. I got Mech Warper. Because I built the deck mostly with all Warlock cards and mech cards. So I ended up with a lot of mechs this first time though. I drew all my mechs, which was nice because they have nice synergy. They work together really well. I was trying to decide what to do here because the longer Mech Warper survives, the better because he gives me a -1 to all the costs for my other mechs, and was afraid that the mage was going to kill my Mech Warper this turn, but it ended up being that instead he played a minion because I was afraid he was going to do that and use his hero power to take it out, and he didn't. Which made it so I could play a really nice combo, which you will see in a moment, since I had drawn both my Mech Warpers, as you can see. Which together that would give me a -2. Which is really powerful. So now with 2 off, it made the Annoyotron 0. And it made that Fell Cannon there only cost 2 instead of 4. And it has an ability where it does 2 damage at the end of every turn to a non-mechanical minion, which is the only one available was on his side of the board. That also means though that it won't target the heroes, and it could potentially target my own guys. So at the beginning here, I mostly didn't play non-mechs because if I played non-mechs, like right now, since my opponent has no minions, like if I played that Tinkertown Technician there, the Fell Cannon would shoot the Technician because it's going to shoot a minion. It does not say an enemy minion, it just says a minion. So I chose not to play only a mechs that I had, which luckily I got the Mechanical Yeti to play. So this game started off pretty good. I had a lot of cards out. Fortunately, I did get a little unlucky with the Mad Bomber because he wiped out my Mech Warper, which was unfortunate. I was hoping the Annoyotron would have protected him a little longer, but what you gonna do? Now, I could have played the Tinkertown Technician, but I had the same thing as before where there was a chance the Fell Cannon would hit the Technician. So instead I just wiped his minion out and kept attacking him. Which, as you can see, is doing pretty good. I got him down to 14 here, so I was rolling pretty well in this game. My draw really worked out nicely. And he got that off the unstable portal he played earlier. So I did the Noyotron first as a test to try to see what the secret was, because sometimes the secret is destroy the minion that attacked you, or since a mage it could have been ice armor. Like, it's important to find out what the secret is, because potentially if I do it with the wrong guy, it could kill him. I don't want, for instance, my fell cannon to get destroyed. I'd rather, you know, something low cost to get destroyed. And unfortunately, it was a mirror image, so he got a copy of the Infernal, but luckily the cannon pretty much had 3 options to shoot at, and luckily it shot his guy and not my guy. And this right here is pretty much where the game unfortunately turned around on me, because he played that flame strike, and that just destroyed my board, unfortunately. Which I was able to. I have the ability to kill his guy with my spell, but then I've lost control of the board, which is what happened, unfortunately. And this one goes right down to the end here. Like, this was a pretty close game. I ended up deciding to just kill that guy, so he couldn't do 6 damage every turn, and I healed for 3, so it was a 9-point difference. But I lost control of the board because now he's going to play minions, and then I'm going to play minions. And so his will always be ready to act before mine will, unfortunately. And unfortunately, mages, their secrets, he kept playing secrets, which made it so I kept not playing things out of fear. Like, I could have played that tank there, but I was afraid of playing, and his secret was duplicate, which would have been terrible. So instead of playing my tank, I played something cheaper. I don't remember what. I played that, so worst case, he'd get a duplicate of that, but that is not what the secret ended up being. I do not remember what the secret was either. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I guess I'll find out. We'll find out in a minute here, though. I think I just healed myself, yeah. I think I healed myself on the chance that I could play the Tinkertown Technician next turn to get a small boost from him. Oh yeah, and that's right. I was going to play my tank next turn since I had figured out the secret was not to duplicate the minion. And he promptly played his own tank to counter mine. And unfortunately, I make kind of a big error here, unfortunately. As I was saying a moment ago, I lost control of the board, so his minions are always acting before mine because he's playing them first, which means playing my tank was a mistake because I realized the moment I played it that he could use his hero power to kill my divine shield and then use his tank to kill me. So it was a pretty big error to lose a whole. I pretty much played 8 mana and just lost it for nothing. I got really no benefit off of it, so it was a big error by me. And since I used Siphon Soul already and I only had 1 in my deck, there was a lot I could do about the tank just yet. I'd have to do a lot to get rid of that tank, and there's still the potential that I don't know what the secret is either, so I had to play with that knowledge that the secret could be something bad I didn't know. Unfortunately, that whole secret sometimes can harm you because you don't know what they are, and so you're just worried about, oh, if I play the cards in the wrong order, the secret will get me. And I ended up playing the Technician because I'd played a large majority of my mechs already. I might have gotten another 1 or 2, but I needed to get creatures out because that tank is pretty powerful. Oh, and then he plays that legendary, which was, ugh. Yeah, he just starts getting control of the board, unfortunately, and I don't have enough. I almost had enough to kill him here. I was trying to figure out a way to do it, but I realized that the secret was probably counterspell. And unfortunately, that would mean he'd counter me, because if it wasn't, I could have gotten him with Drain Life. But I was almost certain it was, which was unfortunate, because I could kill him this turn if he didn't have counterspell with my spells, because I could do Drain Life for 2, I could do the Hellfire, and then everyone could attack. So pretty much you'd have to have everybody attack before I did the Hellfire, because the Hellfire would kill my own minions as well. But I was almost positive he had it, so I just threw Drain Life out there and burned that card and saw what happened here, and you'll see here what happens. So I just threw it on whatever, because not surprisingly, I guess it technically isn't counter spell, but it pretty much countered my spell. Wasn't much I could do about it. I guess maybe if I'd played the Hellfire, attacked my minions, then played Hellfire, that counter wouldn't have worked. Huh. But either way, I get him down to almost dead, and then he kills me, unfortunately. So I almost got him. I was extremely close. At least, though, I completed a quest. My other quest, I think I already said, was to win 2 games of Warlock. So we'll try again here.
Gul'dan versus Rexxar. Let the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
Alright, let's see how things go this time. So this time we're playing against a hunter. I think I got traded in most of that because it's all so high cost. It wouldn't have done me any good at the beginning of the game. The nice thing is, though, I got Summoning Portal, which is a really nice card. I mean, if you can get that out and it can last for a turn or two, it's incredibly good. I've had games where it's lasted a bunch of turns, like 4 turns, and it's just a game breaker because they can kill your minions and you can just throw down more and throw down more and throw down more. Because your hero power costs you 2 and you draw a card over and over again, and they all cost 2 less over and over again, so you can just throw minions down. So it's really nice. That's a nice card. And I like to, if I can normally, try to get a taunt minion down before I play a Summoning Portal. So there's something hopefully shielding it, because normally people will just kill the Summoning Portal quickly if they can.
Job done.
Which, if there's a taunt minion, a lot of times it's harder for them to get. I mean, if they have a spell or something, they can target it, like a fireball or something, but you can't do much about that. And here, he just pretty much clears the board by doing that, which is fine. I like having, like I said, I like having the taunt minion there to protect the portal, but I get lucky and draw another one. But once again, because of the way this tavern brawl is, it's only so much luck, because I was for sure going to draw something that costs 2. So there was, I think maybe I have 3 cards that are 2 in this deck, 3 or 4. So there was a decent chance I could get an Oilotron, but I only had 1 of them in the deck, so.
Something needs tinkering?
And he decides for whatever reason not to attack me with that charge minion. Not really sure why. I mean, he only would have taken a point of damage, so he would have... his board would have survived, and he doesn't really have a choice. Like, until he deals with that charge minion, the taunt minion, he can't... his board can't do anything else, so... I don't know, I'm not sure why he did that, but either way, I decided to coin and play the summoning portal because, well, summoning portal's awesome. And as you can see, everything went down by 2. So I figured I'll just attack the hero and leave his leave an Oiltron there with his taunt and divine shield, and hopefully he can protect my summoning portal long enough that I can just start putting cheap minions down. Because yeah, a couple turns of summoning portal and it can be a game ender because it makes everything so cheap. And I mean, right now I've got so many mechs out. A mech warper would be incredibly powerful. He's most likely was trying to consider how he could get rid of that summoning portal because it's a pain. And the thing is, like the pig, it could kill the summoning portal with its high attack, but it can't get through the taunt and divine shield, so he was kind of in a predicament. So he played that spell to damage it, but it did not kill it, which is good for me because that made it so then I could spam a couple cards because I knew the following turn it was probably a goner. So I almost screwed up again because the technician gets a bonus if you have a mech on the board. So it made sense to play my demolisher or my piloted shredder first and then play him. And since everything's cheap, I actually could play both. But if I'd played the Tinkertown Technician first, he wouldn't have got its bonus because his bonus is it's a battle cry. So he only gets it if one was already on the board. I almost messed up. Luckily I caught myself. Which, as you can see, even though he's probably going to kill the portal next turn because there's nothing protecting it now, I got a bunch of minions down because I saved money on everything. Or mana, I guess I should say. So it was a nice... it was nice having that out. And so he used that to kill that off. My portal was gone, unfortunately, but I was in a pretty good position because, as you can see, I've got control of the board and I still can do 8 points of damage every turn, which is really nice.
Job's done.
And as you can see, he only has 3 cards, so if he doesn't have something to stop me, he's just going to get pounded every turn, and apparently he did not because he gave up. Which was nice, because I got, that was my 3rd victory, and I leveled up. So I got a golden Inferno card for leveling up, and I got the 10 gold for having my 3rd win, and I got a free pack for winning my first tavern brawl of the day. So I was just cleaning up. And I need one more win to complete my current quest. So I decided to try one more game, and then after this game, I was going to I'm going to open the pack that I just got on the recording so everyone can see how I do, because one thing with my deck that I made is that there's no legendaries in it because I think I have one maybe. Like I'm not very lucky opening the packs. I don't have very many legendaries or rares. I just don't have a lot, so most of my stuff is pretty common stuff, unfortunately. But hey, and I don't know, I just normally am unlucky. I don't draw legendaries when I get packs. So hopefully opening one on the recording will be lucky for me, but we'll see. And as you can see, I drew a lot of high value stuff, so I get rid of those because the tank is my only 8 value card, which means when I have 8 mana, I'll automatically draw that card because of the way the Tavern Brawl is. And this was a pretty decent draw this time because I have the taunt minion for 1, and then it means I'm also going to get Mortal Coil or another one of those minions, the Void Callers, because those are the only cards that I had in my hand that were ones. I didn't put any other ones in my hand. I only put those 4 good ones. So, because the Mortal Coil's nice, because he plays a low cost, low health minion, you can just kill it and draw a card. And so I got another Mech Warper, which is once again nice because it's -1 to all my costs. That was one nice thing about this deck too, is I have Mech Warpers and the Summoning Portals. They all just give you a discount if you can get them out. And discounts normally are pretty powerful. So he ends up playing this minion, which is an interesting one. He's taunt and he has high health. The downside of him is his Death Rattle makes it so a random card from my deck is pulled out and put into play for free. So it's a little risky because he takes the chance I get something good. But since it's 8 health at the moment, there's nothing really I can do about it. Luckily, it only has 2 attack, which means all my minions could attack it. None of them would die. And the Technician, he has that yellow around him because if I play him, I'll get the bonus. Because I have a mech on the board, so I get a +1/1 to the Tinkertown Technician, and I got a spare part, which is nice.